We made it.
You feel relieved now that everybody knows?
I do.
Yeah, I bet.
I mean, it's been a lot, like, to keep secrets from my own kids at home.
I was going to
like,
ask
I can't.
you, how many people, I bet you could fit on one hand, have actually known this news?
Yeah, a very, very close-knit group of people knew. And we're really excited about the entire thing. Obviously a legacy, but more than anything, the fact that this is the most grand stage to ever play on, man.
It really is.
Yeah.
People say it's the biggest stage in entertainment for the shortest amount of time.
It is, right. Those 13 minutes mean everything.
Yeah.
It's been on my bucket list for a long time.
Yeah.
I've been asked many times, like, what are the benchmarks or what are the things that matter the most, I guess, to you? It's obviously performing, but being able to perform on that stage, because so many amazing performers throughout the years have graced it and did an amazing job. So, of course, the obsession of that starts, but man, just the excitement in this moment, like to really be able to savor this moment. You remember the first time you ever heard your record play on the radio. You remember the first time you ever heard your voice, you know, on a format or a radio, right? This is like that
one of those.
for me. Yeah, it's
one of those.
It's happened. I'm very, very happy, man.
I think one of the big questions that everybody would want me to ask is, what's it like getting that call from Jay-Z?
Oh man, well, I mean, you know, me and the big homie, we talk often, but when I got this call, and he said, it's time, it's magic time, you know, it's time for you to have that moment. I'm like, what you talking about? He's like, the Super Bowl. I'm like, oh man, you ready? Absolutely, but no question. And it was like, this was destined to happen. I think that everything that led up to that moment, going to Las Vegas for my Vegas residency for the last 2 years, the legacy, obviously, that is the music, the celebration of entertainment in that place. It's a city of lights. You know, it's always been a place where you know, entertainers go and find love and passion, to connection to their fans. So for the Super Bowl to have made its way to Las Vegas while we were in Vegas having such an amazing 2 years.
And that's just the tip of the iceberg too, because the milestones that are occurring, and I mean, the Super Bowl will happen, as you said, at Allegiant Stadium in Las Vegas, February 11th, 2024. Now that also coincides with 30 years, more than 2/3 of your life dedicated to entertainment, to performance, to songwriting, to recording.
Yeah.
I mean, do you ever, especially as you've been going through and trying to bring all these different parts of your journey together to perform in Vegas and create shows like this, does it make you reflect on the life lived thus far?
I mean, of course. I mean, you think about all the people who have played it, and just the idea of how Jay-Z and Rock Nation have really brought a mindfulness to our culture. You know, 30 years of a career deserves this kind of moment, but to have curators like them, like Jay-Z, like Dez, and like Rock Nation to come in and manage to make certain that the entire world understands our culture, understands where we come from, understands the feeling, and celebrates entertainment in the way that they do. I mean, it just feels like it was, you know, I guess if you try to create a playbook in your mind, like 30 years after you start, you potentially play the Super Bowl. Some people wait an entire lifetime, you know what I'm saying? But I don't feel like this is my lifetime. I feel like I'm only kind of starting to really, really get comfortable.
That's what's crazy, is people keep talking about how this is a real modern day legacy. You're not just in a reflective mode, you're also prepping something new all the time.
You better say it.
You know, a new residency right here in Paris.
In Paris. Oh, by the way, right. The world knows that I'm playing the Super Bowl today, but I'm also opening here at LVII Musicale.
You got broad shoulders, man.
And it's my daughter's birthday. I'm like, man, I got like the trifecta. I'm good.
It's a beautiful day.
You know,
it's a beautiful day. But then there's also new music coming in, you know, to coincide with the songs you've already put out, and we're going to save that information toward the end of this conversation. But you talked about, you know, the Super Bowl and this new era that the Super Bowl is in, of authenticity, of representation, of excitement, of music, of energy. And I think about your first experience watching the Super Bowl halftime show and what it was like as a kid, and whether that was the beginning of a manifestation for you.
Yeah, I think being able to see performances from artists like Michael, you know, eventually Prince, and then even, you know, more modern day artists, and to be perfectly honest, to see artists that, you know, even started after I did get it. I was like, man, at some point I need to get a call. What's going on? No, but I'm really happy that I'm joining that short list of legacy artists from my genre who deserve this moment. And I'm really happy that Jay-Z and also to Rock Nation, you know, really put thought into making certain that they could bring the world this kind of experience. It is definitely going to be a moment to remember.